Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Wake Up and Live. This is Bob. Today I'm actually in the park. Park is pretty empty because the Delta strain of the coronavirus is still very dangerous, and so people are properly distancing and staying away from certain areas. Today I want to talk to you about if you're actually designing your house to be built in Jamaica or restructuring or refurbishing, just features to make your house cooler as you are building. All right. First, I want to talk to you about the wind. Jamaica is an island, so we have what's called a northeast trade winds, which is it's pretty steady. It's stronger in the coastal areas, and in the interior it's a little weaker, but up on the mountaintops it's very stronger. All right. So first thing you want to do when you're designing or building your house in Jamaica to make it cooler is to position your window towards the wind. All right. Set them in such a way, build enough windows so you can have a strong intake of wind coming from maybe the ocean or whichever direction the wind is coming from for you. All right. The other thing is, once the wind enters the house, it needs to be able to circulate and pick up the hot air that's inside, mixed with the hot air. So you need a lot of doorways. Make good doorways in your the inside of your house. Create a lot of open space for a draft. All right. You want the wind to come in, mixed inside, and then exit a certain way. All right. Which leads me to the other thing, the exit windows. While you're building good windows on one side of the house and building good doorways and spacious environment inside the house, you need windows or doors on the other side also that will let out the air. All right, so you're essentially creating a draft. The wind comes in through one window, circulate inside, and then exit. All right, your house will not be cool if you cannot take the air from inside out. So again, you want the air coming in through good window space on the windward side of the house, come in, move around, then exit on the other side, taking the hot air out with it. Another thing you want to do is position your kitchen towards the exit side of the wind. All right, so the wind comes in, circulate, and takes out the hot air from the kitchen also outside. The kitchen is the most major generator of heat inside the house, so you must be careful where you position the kitchen in the house. All right. Make high ceilings where possible. High ceilings are very essential to keeping your house cool. Hot air rises, so you need a lot of space up there to actually keep the heat up until the air can come in and remove it. Hot air rises, cold air falls. Right, so you want to make sure high ceiling. People generally build ceilings between 7 to 8 feet. You want to make sure your ceiling is somewhere between 9 and 10 feet, if possible. Sometimes it's not possible, but try to make it at least 10 feet so you have good circulation and good space to hold the heat while the air comes in and take it out. All right. Create a lot of open space in your house. Do not make your house cluster. Where you don't need walls, do not put up walls. You do not need a lot of walls in your house unless there are load-bearing walls. And I mean walls that serve as a column kind of for upper part of the house, like the upstairs or the roofing, the decking, or the second floor or stuff like that. But if you don't need those walls, don't build unnecessary walls in your house. Open up your house, let air and light be able to circulate freely in your house. All right. Bathrooms. Make sure all bathrooms have windows. All right, interior bathrooms, no windows, that's a disaster. Sometimes you can't help it, but if possible, find a way of piping that air out. What people don't realize is that the human body is a big generator of heat. It's a heat giving machine. All right. Ever take a shower? If you've ever taken a shower in the bathroom with the door closed and you're done and you're trying to dry off and you just feel yourself just keep sweating, 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 that's your body generating more and more heat. Your skin is clean, so the body is generating heat and pumping out water through your skin to cool down your body. All right. The body can, one person in a bathroom with the door closed can generate a lot of heat. All right. And once you open that door, that heat is just going to spread out in the house. So make sure all the bathrooms have windows, good windows, where possible. Okay. Porch. Make sure porch, verandas. Make sure you have verandas positioned in a certain way. By this, I mean, if it is possible at all, do not position, if it's possible, do not position your house east to west. All right? Position it north to south. The reason I say that is the sun rises in the east, and if you have a porch on a back porch or a porch facing the east or a porch facing the west, what's going to happen is when the sun rises in the morning, you are going to get the full dose of that sun until it gets overhead at noontime. And if you're in the west, you're going to get the full dose of the sun until it sets in the evening towards the night. And that sun can be quite a deal. All right. So, but if you cannot avoid positioning your house east to west because of how your land is structured, plant trees. That's going to break the sunlight in the morning and in the evening. All right, the very first part of the morning with the sunlight is not as serious as the rest of the day, but it's still quite a heat. All right, so you plant trees strategically to break the sunlight. Plant trees also around the house, not enough to make the wind blow down and destroy your house or to cause moss to grow on the walls or blacken the walls or stuff like that. Just space them away from the house, but strategically so it blocks the sun. All right. I hope these few pointers about good features to keep your house cooler in Jamaica helped you. And if you haven't yet done so, please like, share, subscribe, and tell someone about my video. And thank you again for watching. This is Wake Up and Live with Bob.